Alright, at the end of your turn, I'm going to pay 2, Surveil the Winds. Draws me a card, 1 prep counter. Go to my material phase. I'm going to grab an Assassin's Ripper, 1 at random. Okay. With Assassin's Ripper on the stack, I'm going to pay 1 prep counter, activate Korhazi Outlook. You cannot activate cards this turn. I'll glimpse one. I can leave this on top. We'll recollect, and I'll draw for turn. Going to pay 1 prep counter with the Assassin's Ripper for +2 for this turn. I'm going to pay 2, Sharpened Blade, +2 on Assassin's Ripper, 1 prep counter. Going to pay 2 more, a second Sharpened Blade, 1 prep counter, +2. Pay 2, Slice and Dice. Tristan swings at you for 10 damage, prepared, with the Assassin's Ripper. On hit, Slice and Dice adds another Slice and Dice with +3 on the stack using the second Assassin's Ripper durability for 13 damage. Good game. Alright, ladies and gentlemen, win Slice and Dice, combo Tristan. As you've seen, I've cooked a very solid list and I'm here to share it. I have a few reasons for making this list. Most of the people I'm talking to right now are cooking the level 3 variants, so Ominous Shadows, hyper buff all of them, or, take a dagger, stab 25 unblockable damage. And Shadows are cool and all, but Slice and Dice. So it helps that this version doesn't run too many of the money cards from Mercurial, and it can be mostly assembled with the newly released collection deck, and also Slice and Dice. I've also seen some people just stick Slice and Dice into other decks, and it's strong. But Slice and Dice! So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to Slice and Dice, and the rest of the deck is going to get us there. The primary combo revolves around getting out an Assassin's Ripper, a bunch of prep counters, as many as you can before you need to pop off the combo, and then any combination of Poise Strikes, Sharpened Blades, and when you're ready to finish them off, Slice and Dice. Let's go over the cards running in this deck. To start us off, in the material deck, I'm going to be running a regular Spirit of Wind, level 1 Tristan to enable all our assassin cards, level 2 Tristan, usually just for emergencies, and with the prep counters, it should get us 2 free draws. If you need to go up to level 2 Tristan before that, it's really not going to save you. 3 health isn't going to do anything. We're going to run Windwalker Boots, some passive prep counters, and another draw card. Your Stride Greaves just for an emergency, and a Grand Crusader's Ring. Now, Grand Crusader's Ring is an expensive card, but we can run alternatives, and I don't find myself popping this card too often in this deck. Continuing, I'm going to run a Smoke Bombs to deal with those pesky taunts, especially with the new Sylvie ReCollection coming out. A Tithe Proclamation, just a good draw extra. Viridian Protective Trinket, because water throws a big wrench in our plans. Nullifying Lantern to continue the water issues. Assassin Ripper, which is a very, very strong card when combined with Sharpened Blade over here. So synergies with that we'll talk about in a moment, but the last card that we're going to be running in this deck is going to be the Mercenary's Blade. It is a nice Sharpened Blade target for an emergency pullout with 1 prep counter if someone blows up your Assassin's Ripper. Moving on, let's talk about the main cards of the combo and synergies and how we get there. So starting us off, in the main deck, we're going to run 4 copies of Slice and Dice. That's our main win condition. We're going to run 4 copies of Sharpened Blade. Strongly helps us get there. 3 copies of Thieving Cut. A bit of board control, a little bit of draw. and 3 more poise strikes for a combination of board control and also helping combo us out. Now, this right here is the core of the deck. You are trying to kill people with Slice and Dice, Assassin's Ripper, and as much damage as you can in one turn. You can and should be going for one shots in this deck, but there are times when you can't, so you just have to play around it. That's how Grand Archive works. So how do we get to this combo? Well, we get to this combo with Juggle Knives. So what we are running here, we are running 4 copies of Juggle Knives, which lets us deal 1 damage to the champion, but more importantly, draw a card. We are running 4 copies of Surveil the Winds, or as I like to call them, Juggle Knives with a prep counter. We are running 4 copies of Exploit Vulnerability, or as I like to call them, Juggle Knives with Death Touch. And we are running 4 copies of Scout the Land, which are, you guessed it, Juggle Knives with Idle Thoughts. With 16 draws on the stack, you're going to get your combo. Next up, we have a pretty decently sized ally package here. Sable Remnant, just a fantastic ally card overall. Gets us our floating memory, and if they choose to not give it to us, well, 2 damage a turn. Easy. We're going to run 4 Sirocco Operatives. This card is busted. Get a prep counter and draw a card. Replaces itself. Enables you your 1 damage to do your Death Touch things with Exploit Vulnerabilities. Absolutely amazing. 3 Cloaked Executioners just to deal with the ally pressure. And 4 Korohazi Outlooks. The Outlooks are key. What you can do is you can pop the preparation counter at the start of your turn and people can't stop your combo. Now, if you are worried about people blowing up your weapon, where's the weapon? Let's see. So let's say you want to materialize Assassin's Ripper, you're going for the combo, and you are worried about people blowing this up. With Assassin's Ripper materializing on the stack, you can remove a preparation counter from a Korohazi Outlook. Now, they can't deal with this because it's not out yet. So at this point, they have to let Korohazi resolve, which means they can no longer play cards in response to your Assassin's Ripper. And then you kill them. Slice and dice. Finally, I'm including this in the ally package. It's not really an ally, but for reclaims, this helps us out with getting more things out, protecting our outlooks, doubling up on the Siroccos. Just overall, some very nice plays you can do with reclaim and its floating memory. Lastly, the packages that we are running, we need some ways to not die. So this package has a lot of sideboard options that I'll talk about in a moment. I'm choosing to main deck these for local meta reasons, but depending on what you're playing against, your sideboard and your main board would swap these cards out. Sometimes even the Thieving Cut. But starting off, we're going to have 3 Innervate Agility. Spell Shroud is fantastic, and Stealth also. You can go back to level 0 pretty easily in this deck because you have 8 floating memory, and that just gets you another prep counter by going back up to Tristan. We're going to run 4 Stifling Traps. This screws over Dungeon Guides. If you want to play against anything else with On Enter, you know, this is great, but it's also 2 damage. But anyone trying to play a level 3 deck, they want a Dungeon Guide, tough luck. We're going to play 4 Incapacitates. This counters action card activations. Now, very importantly, this right here says action card. I see a lot of people currently misplaying it. Fairly new, it's very reasonable, but it does not counter everything. It only counters action cards. Not attack cards, not ally cards, only action cards. Still an insanely strong card, but not as strong as people are currently playing it as. Again, these options right here are the main things you switch out for your sideboard if you decide to sideboard against different other people, or depending on the local meta, you might want to have these in the sideboard instead. Moving on to the sideboard, let's see here. Where is it? I'm following the new sideboard meta of the 15 cards. If you haven't read up on the sideboard changes from 8 to 15, let's do that. So what we're going to do is we're going to run 1 Safeguard Amulet, which takes up 3 spots in the sideboard. We're going to run 3 Spell Shield Winds, just an extra precaution against Rye players and other big explosive turns alongside Incapacitate. we're going to run 3 Tempest Downfalls. 6 damage, hits everything in this game very nicely. I shouldn't say everything. Sometimes there's like a Majestic or something, but currently Sylvie with Slime buff with On Enter buff gets the Slime to 6 health. So goodbye Slime. And we're going to run 3 Zephyrs to deal with things like Diana's Gun. And I popped in Prevailing Breeze because why not? I'm expecting to outrace most ally lists and have enough board control to do that, but in case there are things that are coming at me, like someone fills in a board, automatons, 5-6 allies swinging in, Veiling Breeze is a great answer for that. Very clearly, you might notice that I am not running a Tariff Ring, and the reason for that is because games here with this deck end pretty fast. Ally decks don't run out of cards before this happens, and the Tariff Ring isn't going to buy you an extra turn. So you'd rather just kill them faster. Overall, this deck is very fast and fairly consistent. There are some brick hands. I've seen some very interesting brick hands, but for now, why don't we go over to an example game? Started. Hyrule?
Sure.
9.
5.
Yeah, guess I'm going first.
Yeah.
Yeah, boy. Spirit of Dagger, let's go.
Spirit of Dagger.
Am I wrong? 7. Let's see. Oh, get rid of here. I'm gonna do 1-2 Surveil. Draw a card, 1 prep counter. Let's do the fancy ones. Alright, go ahead.
Spirit of Fire.
You're not Spirit of Fire. You are definitely not
I was
Spirit of
wondering whether or
Fire.
not you were going to catch that. You say Spirit of Dagger, I say Spirit of Fire. Tomato,
Yeah.
potato.
I'm just getting trolled by everyone today.
Pay 2 for a Korazi Outlook.
You got it.
Duh.
Da.
Duh. And then sure, I'll pay 2 to Surveil the Wounds.
You got it.
Hello. I thought.
Why run Idle Thoughts when you can run Idle Thoughts on a Juggle Knives
I mean.
at fast speed?
I mean.
Yeah, what the fuck?
Korazi Outlook 1.
All right.
I'll do that kind of.
You got it. Thank you.
I got it.
I forgot to set that up. Sorry, I'm new to this game.
Totally new.
Okay, we have one.
All right, 1 please. Tristan, level 1. I will choose prep counter. At the start of your turn, I'm going to pay 1-2 Juggle Knives you for 1. I will draw a card. What's under here? I don't remember. Trash. Recollect. And draw for my turn. You're at 14.
Yes.
1.
Mm-hmm.
2.
Mm-hmm.
Poise Strike. Swing at your Korazi Outlook for 3.
Okay.
Go ahead.
Go ahead and pay that floating memory. Tristan level 1. Prep counter on her. Do I want that? Actually, yeah, I'll take the prep counter.
Okay.
Recollect and draw. I'll pay 2 for a thieving cut, and I will go ahead and prepare it.
Okay, 3 at me.
Yes.
1, 2, 3. You got it.
Draw.
Yep.
Thieving cut resolves, Tristan rests, and that is going to be the turn.
Cards in your hand, please.
4.
Okay. What do I want? What do I want? Grand Ground Crusader's Ring. Pop it now, draw a card.
Yep.
Start a wreck. Pay 2, juggle knives you for 1. I draw 1. Start a wreck still. Pay 2, cloaked executioner. Recollect. And draw from return. I'll do 2 at you. One, two, three. Sirocco Operative on enter, 1 into memory. I control a automaton. 1 prep counter. Go ahead. I forgot to attack. I'm learning I'm bad at this game.
Welcome.
GCR. Then I'll pop it before we collect.
Yep.
Card.
Yep.
How funny. Before recollect.
Yep.
Recollect and draw.
Yep.
Go ahead and pay 3 for a Sirocco Operative.
It's like we're playing the same deck.
Oh, imagine that. Then Tristan does get a prep counter.
Okay.
As of right now, are you able to retaliate if I attack?
No.
Okay,
This one can retaliate because this one's awake.
that's right.
This
Okay,
one
so you have to be
is
awake to retaliate.
asleep.
Yes. Yeah. Sirocco will take up the Cloaked Executioner,
You got it.
and then my Executioner will swing at face for 2.
For 2. You got it.
Alright, turn.
All right.
Yep.
1, please.
Hot.
This one?
Yep.
Okay, cards in hand, please.
3.
3. I don't like that. Here's an Assassin's Ripper.
Yep. Yep, absolutely.
Start a wreck. Pay 2, surveil the winds.
Yep.
1 prep counter.
Yep.
Draw a card. Recollect. Draw for turn. Pay 2. Sharpen blade.
Yep.
1 prep counter. Plus 2 attack. This goes to 3. I will use the prep counter. Rest this. Plus 2 attack. This
Yep.
goes to 5.
Yep.
Pay 2. Slice and dice.
Oh.
Attack you for 8.
There it is. There it is. Okay. 8.
8.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. Yep.
Okay. On hit, I lose 1 durability. Another slice and dice goes into intent with plus 3 attack. Swinging at you for 11.
For 11. Yeah, that's it.
And that's the deck. I hope you enjoyed the video. This deck has been really fun to cook up and play, and a deck build that is up to date with any of my future changes will be linked in the description below. If you have any questions on how to play the deck, or just want to talk Grand Archive, pop something into the comments below. I would love to hear how this deck performs for you. I'll be doing more deck profiles on this channel, along with more Grand Archive content as a whole. Like if you like it, subscribe for more, and most importantly, have a good rest of your day.